Early women were hunters, not just gatherers. Around 80% of prehistoric women hunted alongside men. They had their own specialized weapons. Their tools were actually more varied than those of men. If this surprises you, you're not alone. A strict division of labor along gender lines is common. It can be observed in pre-industrial communities today. Men hunt while women gather and raise children. Scholars just assumed it was this way for early humans too, but a 2018 discovery suggests it wasn't. In 2018, a team of archaeologists were excavating a site in Peru. They found a burial site of a person laid to rest 9,000 years ago. The bones belonged to a human adult. Buried along with them was an extensive kit of stone tools. The toolkit was that of a hunter. There were projectile points for taking down big game. There were hefty rocks, likely for cracking bones or stripping hides. There were flakes for scraping and cutting. They also found nodules of red ochre, used to preserve hides. It was obviously the resting place of a great hunter. But when the bones were analyzed, everyone was surprised. The remains came from a biological female. At first, scientists thought it was an anomaly. They analyzed bones from similar burials found all over the Americas. The new analysis revealed an even bigger surprise. 30 to 50% of all big game hunters were female. Hunting would likely require as many able-bodied adults as possible. This would have increased the safety and efficiency of the group. The weapon of choice at that time was the atlatl. It was a kind of spear. The atlatl had low accuracy, encouraging broad participation. Using it was a skill learned from childhood. After a child weans, the mother could be available to assist in big hunts. Communal nursing may also have been practiced. The traditional view comes from observing modern hunter-gatherers. It was long believed that only men hunt in these societies. But in fact, anthropologists have always reported otherwise. A research team analyzed accounts from as far back as the 1800s. They found that in 80% of the societies observed, women were hunting. The researchers also found that women taught hunting. They used a wider variety of weapons and strategies than men did. For example, men tended to hunt alone or in pairs, but women hunted alone, with a man, or with groups of women, children, or dogs. Women hunted small game in 46% of the studied societies. In almost half of them, they hunted medium or large game. In 4% of societies, they hunted game of all sizes. Of course, the historical evidence is too limited. Some scientists caution against reading too much into the toolkit. It could have been buried with a female as a sort of symbolic offering. Maybe it was part of some religious ritual. Their opponents counter that many of the tools were pretty diverse. The projectile points would have been really precious, but the flakes were very primitive, easily crafted by smashing rocks. A symbolic offering wouldn't have such a mixed bag of tools. Moreover, similar toolkits have been found buried with men. No one has ever doubted that they had been hunters.